What's up YouTube? TP Locs here bringing you guys another video. Yes, I am tired. Let me start off this video by saying that we just landed in Tampa, Florida. We're here with our family. So it's just been an amazing experience so far to just see my daughter, be able to interact with her family. Hopefully we'll be able to get you guys some footage of that. But in the meantime, in between time, I wanted to give you guys a video on just a little topic. This video comes per request of Raising Kion. That's RSN_Kion. Raising Kion asked me to do a video on Freeform Locks. And I just wanted to give you guys my opinion, some of the process to starting it, some of the pros and the cons. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. If you guys are interested in that topic, stay tuned.
I just gotta pause this video to zoom in on these bags under my eyes, bruh. I told y'all I'm tired. I ain't playing.
If you have not already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
Hold up. See, I gotta get you a two-piece. Look at those bags, bruh. Sheesh.
Subscribed already, please make sure you hit the little notification bell on the left. Hitting that bell ensures that you stay up to date on all the latest content. It also ensures that the moment I post a video, you've got the most likelihood of getting a response from a comment. I do respond to every comment, but if you want a quick response, hitting that little notification bell is gonna help you out. So go ahead and do that. Now, Freeform locks have gained a lot of popularity over the years. We've seen some of our favorite lockers. We've gone through The Great, we've seen J. Cole rocking them. A lot of the rappers, a lot of the Locs are rocking semi-freeform to freeform locks. Even down to Locs is rocking freeform locks. And a lot of people ask, what is the appeal of freeform locks? Why are so many people cutting their locks to go the freeform route? If I was asked to answer that question, my first answer would be simply put, freedom of it. Freeform locks, true freeform locks, is just truly letting your hair do what your hair naturally does. Rather than doing any sort of manipulation with the comb coiling or interlocking or anything like that, it's simply washing your hair, maybe parting it or splitting it to the sections that you want, but ultimately it's allowing your hair to do what it naturally does. And that freedom for a lot of people is extremely, extremely endearing. And I think within the new kind of dawn of awakening for a lot of the people within the natural hair community, freeform locks is just like the peak of that evolution. That would be my answer to that question, just ultimately the freedom. With that freedom also comes the lessened need to have to get constant retwists, to have to use constant products, things like that. I mean, you're gonna be spending a lot less money and you're really gonna be sort of diminishing any need to spend a lot of time even thinking about your hair. It's just washing it and essentially just going. I think that's one of the beautiful things about the style. I think also just sort of the unique nature. I think everyone's locks are gonna be unique anyway, but just the uniqueness of a freeform lock, it just gives it even more of that uniqueness that we all love about the lock styles to begin with. So I think that's another reason why freeform locks are taking off. Just the limited amount of maintenance and then also the limited amount of money that you're going to be spending. Another amazing benefit of freeform locks is just the reality that it is probably one of the more healthier hairstyles for your natural hair. You're talking about limiting the amount of manipulation to your hair, limiting the amount of products, simply optimizing on the washing and maybe a little bit of parting here or there. You're talking about ultimately something that's going to be stimulating your scalp, it's going to be ensuring it's clean, and you're going to be pretty much keeping your hands out of your hair. A lot of times when we're messing with our hair, that's when we do a lot of the damage, especially when you're talking about products. So for a style like this to be able to sort of encourage you to not do any of the things that are gonna aid in the damage of your hair, is extremely beneficial. The pros definitely outweigh the cons of freeform hairstyle or freeform locks. Where some of the cons come in is honestly just product of where we live in this world. We are still in America, and in America, locks still haven't gotten the acceptance. And quite often when you're dealing with freeform locks, you're dealing with a look that's even less palatable than regular maintained locks. So I think that's probably one of the most glaring cons. It's not really one of the hairstyles that's accepted by a lot of places in corporate America. Even places and jobs like McDonald's and Walmart are still sort of limiting to the opportunities they give to people with those freeform locks. A lot of times freeform locks, especially in like Southern Florida area, they sort of come with the cachet of being synonymous with gang culture, violent individuals, gangsters, thugs. We know the same old mumbo jumbo, quite frankly the same stuff that they said about black skin, but that's neither here nor there. You know that freeform locks are still associated with some really negative things in a lot of different environments, and that's the reason why companies say they kind of frown upon them because of the association. But when you're thinking about a hairstyle that you want, if you're thinking about specifically yourself and you're at a space where you can afford the awakening and then really truly investing in that freeform mentality, I say go for it. But quite often, if you are someone that's trying to embark on that journey and you're not in an industry where you can control career trajectory, you could bump into some limits. You could bump into some challenges and some obstacles. So that is definitely a huge glaring con. Another one of the cons of the freeform lock journey is just the reality that you're sort of gonna have to accept, more so than the regular journey, you're really gonna have to accept the fact that you're not gonna be able to prepare or really know what your locks are gonna turn out as. I think it's really just accepting that your locks are gonna do what they're supposed to do or what they're going to do. I think there are ways to sort of help navigate the hair into doing what you want it to do, getting the look that you somewhat wanna get. But when we're talking about freeform locks, we're talking about essentially your locks doing what they wanna do and you having to be happy with them, if we're talking about the truest form. Now, most people that do engage in the freeform journey, most of them do it the semi-freeform way. Semi-freeform usually is them creating parts for the hair, just to go to a loctician or someone that knows how to do their locks, and they start off with solidified parts, and then they allow those parts, once they've got their locks to the sizes and the thickness that they want, they usually just kind of let them go from there. That also will give you a great look. It will give you a amazing aesthetic as well, but it is one that I think is like a happy medium for people who want a little bit more idea of what's gonna happen. The truest form of freeform locks that I've seen on YouTube is Zaylock23. I think how he started his hair legitimately was he cut off his locks, and then the hair that was underneath, the new growth, he just allowed to grow. He just allowed to grow, and all he did really was wash it, and I think he separated, every now and then, but his locks are truly a result of his hair just doing what it does. I remember at one point I was tracking his journey. I mean, he had a huge hair clump. It was almost like a hair patty, almost like a visor on a hat that was just locked up on his head, and he rocks it. And I think, it's an amazing style. If it's something that you can do, I say go ahead and do it. I'm all for it. I think it's probably, again, one of the most healthy things for your hair, but it will come obviously with some of those social ramifications as well. Ultimately, the reason why I elected to not go the freeform lock route was because I sort of wanted a little bit more control over the route that my hair went. Obviously, the aesthetics for me are a little bit more on the abstract range. And while I can appreciate the beauty of them, it's not necessarily my style. I think it garners a little bit too much attention for my brand. As a style in totality, it would be one that I would recommend to those people who could rock it without really bearing too many of the negative ramifications of it. So if we're talking about whether or not I recommend them, I would say I give it a thumbs up. By all means, go for it. I just say do be aware of the potential for some backlash. So, most important thing to remember when you're looking at any style, whether it be locks, whether it be buzz cut, waves, fade, whatever you're gonna do, make sure you do adequate research. Videos like these aren't gonna ever give you all of the information that you need to make the decision to embark on a journey like freeform locks or even waves. So always make sure you do your research. YouTube is a great tool to sort of get some anecdotes, but definitely want to make sure you're doing your Google search, using all the information that's available to make sure that you make the right decision. Because once you start that journey, especially once you get your hair locked, the only way to go back is to either go to a really good professional who knows how to split that hair without damaging it, or you're gonna have to cut it all off. So make sure you make an informed decision by doing adequate research. Other than that, you guys, that's about it. Just want to do a quick video for Raising Keon. Video requests are something that I do on this channel as well. So if you guys have a video request, always feel free to hit my IG or my YouTube comments, you guys. All right? I'm gonna get back on my vacation. You guys will be getting videos every week here during the vacation, so fret not. I got some more video footage for you guys from Dallas, a few other things that I wanna show you guys, so just stay tuned. Thank you for all the support. TP Locs, signing out.